Welcome to the Eagle's Nest Youth Export Incubator. In the first phase of the program, we saw dozens of young entrepreneurs from across Zimbabwe in the nest. They presented their businesses before the judges who will evaluate their export potential. 16 made it to the next stage, the incubator, where they received training on export-related matters. Now, these 16 are back in the nest for another round of elimination. In this stage, the judges will evaluate the progress they have made since their previous appearance in the nest. The selected businesses will proceed to the final round, where the best of the lot will emerge as the 8 finalists and will be rewarded with an export development package. This season of the Eagle's Nest is proudly brought to you by Zimtrade and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. First in the nest tonight is Nezox Brands. We caught up with Bright at his production site in Honde Valley.
My name is Bright Nezomba. I'm the founder of Nezox Brands, which is a banana processing company. So currently we are trying to create value through addressing high post-harvest losses being incurred in this area of Honde Valley. So we are turning those high post-harvest losses into more valuable products. We are doing banana fiber, we are doing wine, we are doing flour, we are doing ripe dried snacks, and seasonally we process again mango. But currently I've got 2 main products on the market, which is banana flour and the ripe dried snacks. I've been in the banana production site since 2008. So Mushanda Wataitama banana, I realized that we are a lot of bananas which are not fit for the market, and still we have nothing to do with them. So Ndopaga Zoya idea there is something that we can do with these bananas to create value from those bananas left behind and create more valuable products, so that at the end of the day, the farmer is being paid for his A grade and B grade. And also there are some of the bananas, which some call them rejects, but we don't normally call them reject because it's another raw material to another facility. So we are producing it in Honde Valley at Mpangwa. The reason why we chose this place is because we are surrounded by the raw materials. There are around 60 to 70 smallholder farmers within this area. So this gives an advantage of consistent supply of raw materials to our project. Initially, when we started, we were at 0.6 of a ton in terms of flour. Then through the trainings and the judge critics that we had, we managed to assemble a big solar dryer, and we have run some trials, and it can accommodate up to 2 tons of flour per month. If we manage to have machineries to speed up the production cycle, we can as well as increase our production capacity. On a busy day, we employ 8 or more people, and usually these are youth and women, because we hire them because they are faster. They do their job faster. We are using solar dryers at the moment, and we have some challenges due to weather constraints. When it's rainy or it's overcast, the rate of turnout in terms of production it lowers. But as Nezox Brands, we managed to put in place a 33 kV line to our production site, and all what's left is the transformer, and this transformer will help us produce more of in terms of our production cycle. And also this transformer will also cater for the surrounding community and the people benefiting electricity. Nothing is impossible. I am what I am right now. Then being part of Zimtrade Eagle's Nest program, to such a point yekuti zandandinazo kudhara nezvandanazo at the current position zvachinja. So that's why I was there last year. That's why I was here this time, because the trainings they are so educative, and they can transform your business from one level to another level.
Nezox Brands. I see some great improvement in your packaging. Well done. I want to know about your production capacity.
Recently, earlier when I was working on solar dryers, I'm using solar dryers. So in order for us to scale up, we really need electricity. So I'm working on a project where I'm putting up a 33 kV line so that I'll transform my system being powered by electricity so that I can process almost about to 8 tons being given for flour in 1 month. So we are working on a sort of like a greenhouse dryer where we induce some coils so that we can dry this at a larger scale.
So you process how many tons of bananas currently?
Currently, we're at 0.6 of a ton for flour, and that we're doing 40 kgs because we are alternative in drying for those ripe and for the flour.
Which is 600 kgs.
Exactly.
Okay,
What's the pack size? 100 grams.
100 grams.
How many units of this?
There's 400 units, but there's 100 grams. So we're doing 40 kgs for ripe dried.
And then the flour?
The flour, we are doing 600, and that's 60 units.
How much is this?
That's $2. We're getting about 1.2.
And this?
This one, that's $1.50, we're getting 600.
And what's your profit margin at the end of the month?
Currently,
for this?
For this, we are looking at 40% because our processes, they are manually done. We have done the machinery, so our cost of production is a little bit higher. And that's almost about 60 cents cost of production for those ripe dried, and we are going at $1.20 for flour. So our flour, what's making it so expensive? Currently, we're using this type of packaging, which we are getting it from CPL, and the packaging cost is a little bit higher. So we are working on addressing issues of packaging so that we can loosen up our cost of production. And also, if there is the issue of upgrading machineries, then which means we are going to loosen up our costs less than maybe with 30%, and also increase on our production about 400%.
How much money do you need to invest in machinery?
In terms of machinery, I need about 20,000 US, but the issue is around the line, which I'm still up to put on the scheme, which is an outstanding of 20,000. Because the cables, the poles are there, we are left with the transformers and the subsidiaries line.
How far is the line from you right now?
The line is 1.2 kilometers from the main line. But from me, the transformer will be at my site.
1.2 kilometers? So it's not cheaper for you to move there?
It's not cheaper.
What do you mean?
Because,
That's $20,000.
Because what we are doing, what I'm trying to do is, I want to put as much as Nezox plants in the center of and raw materials by trying to follow the line, which means I'll get some transport cost to transport the bananas to the processing site.
1.2 kilometers.
1.2 kilometers, yeah.
1.2 kilometers is not far.
1.2 akusikure long. 1.2.
We're trying to save you 20,000. Why are you so fixated on your current site?
You want to pull electricity to where you are. Why not go right under the line and start operating and start maximizing more profit?
And get your machinery. Put 20,000 into the machinery.
Yeah.
Because right now you need 40,000.
Yeah, that's true.
But why not cut the 20 off and see how much you can buy the land for, depending how big you want, and then you're right where the power is?
It's possible, but sometimes it's not possible because we are using communal land. So usually the people owns the land. So trying to negotiate through that, I want to put a plant in his land.
You're going to lease it out temporarily.
I'll try to think over it.
Yeah.
What is the export potential of your product?
Since it is a gluten-free product, it is high potential for export, especially
Potential which you have harnessed?
Yeah, in Botswana, we have sent some samples. What's limiting us is the capacity level. Because last time when we tried to penetrate in Zambia, they were in need of about a ton per every 2 weeks, so that they will pack in my hampers for my less privileged homes. So we failed to meet the demand that they wanted.
Yeah. I like your product. I like your figures. I like you know what you're talking about. And you know, you're being honest about a lot of things. I see potential in you. And I think this potential is only limited now because you don't have the resources. So currently where you are, you seem to be doing fairly okay. But I think all you need is just a little bit of boost, and you can definitely be. I mean, your products, I've tasted them. It tastes real good. Your packaging is, it could do a lot better, but it's great for now. But you can always do a lot better. So for me, it's a yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I like that you know your figures. You know your numbers. You know your business. I'm a bit concerned about your strategic, direction. I think you need to make a decision and bite the bullet for about 6 months while you raise capacity, so you can draw the line, so it can come into your bedroom or wherever you want it to be.
Okay.
Right? I think you'll do well. It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Okay, so for me, I like the fact that this is a business with a cause, right? The fact that you're talking about the smallholder farmers and that you're coming from Mutare. I want you to think also about working around your business model a bit. You see, when you now get the dryer, that whole community needs that dryer. You get it?
Yes.
So don't just get the dryer for yourself, but also be the service point for the community, and charge them for that, just a nominal fee. That's your income stream, right? So it's a yes for me.
Okay, thank you.
For me, I'd like to see you tap more into the local market in your preparation for being export ready, because once you identify how to sell gluten products locally to the people who have need for gluten-free diets, then you're going to be able to open your eyes to what is needed outside, in the outside market. Okay, it's a yes from me, because definitely there's a lot of potential here. And yeah, good luck. I wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Please shout.
Next is Blessing Foundation. We caught up with Blessing at her facilities in Bulawayo.
My name is Blessing Lulwa Mamasola, and I'm the founder of Blessing Foundation, which is an organization that offers psychosocial support to individuals, to groups, and to corporates as well. So the bulk of our work is offering therapy services. We know that everyone is going through something, literally everyone. There's no one who's exempt. And as a business, we've come to understand that for one to probably function optimally, they need inner peace. And this is where we come in as Blessing Foundation. So we're not just there for individuals, we're not just there for families, but we're there for corporates as well. What made me choose to start is because I studied social work and psychology, and then it became a passion. And then COVID hit, and people started coming to me with their challenges. People are not coping. COVID was a new thing. People didn't know what to do. Businesses were struggling at that time. So I just decided, you know what? This is a niche for me. This is something that I can do. People need help, and Blessing Foundation could be there to offer a solution. The local uptake has been up and down, to be honest. We're Africans, and mental health is a concept that we're really not used to. So trying to convince people to talk about problems is something that is new. It's something that people are getting used to. Me being here is actually showing the world that mental health and this line of business is not only limited to maybe the Western world, but issues also apply to the African context. This is a great win for me because it's not everyone who gets to be here and who gets to come this far. So I've learned a lot. There's been a lot of exposure. There's been a lot of learning new things that I wouldn't have learned on social media, for example, or just online, or just sitting in my office, or just from people on the streets. Things like marketing strategies, things like accounting, keeping my books in check, things I need to do to be fit for the export market. So these have been valuable lessons for me, probably expectations that have been met actually by the Eagle's Nest program. I'm actually working so much into social media marketing and marketing myself, marketing strategies, because this is the biggest thing that we've learned on social media. For me to be ready for the export market, even for the local market, I need to put myself out there. So I've been working a lot on that, and I'm also preparing myself for the export industry, talking to people that are outside the borders of Zimbabwe. How can I engage with them? What do I need to do? How can I make myself known out there as well? So it's still a work in progress, still implementing, still learning a lot, and I believe there's still a lot to be learned.
You know, everything in life has a strong storyline behind it. Why should I go to Blessing Foundation? So I've had problems, family issues. Why you? You look very young.
Yes.
I don't think if I tell you my problems, you will have any capacity to actually understand what exactly I'm going through. I may have been married 20, 30 years. How can you, with the storyline, you know, kind of help me?
Dynamite comes in small packages, let me say. And me being here as a young person doesn't mean that I've been exempt from life's challenges. I'm a daughter, I've been a student, I've grieved, I've gone through COVID challenges, and I'm currently a business person who's facing challenges. So it doesn't mean that, as I always tell my clients, that this is all new to me or I'm coming to you with theory. And also, Blessing Foundation focuses on the Africanness. And this is not something that I learned at school. I'm an African woman and I understand what Africanness means. And I've lived with African men. I have a dad, I have brothers. You are sitting here as an African man, and somehow I understand what the background of an African man means, or what the background of an African boy means to an African man. So I'm not just a young girl, but I'm a young girl who's coming in from a perspective of understanding.
Okay, so let's talk about the money. Where is the money? How have you made it? How do you plan on increasing it?
Okay. My sessions are not for free. So each session is $20. This is individual and this is corporate. So when a corporate comes, currently I'm working with a corporate which has 95 individuals. So this is 20 times 95 people. This is where the money comes in. And also I'm doing export as encouraged by Zimtrade. My export, I believe, is more favorable because I don't have to go to South Africa, for example, for a seminar or for a session. I have to do it online. So if I have data, I can have a session. If I have data, I can probably work with the corporate. I got an organization that's in South Africa. It's an employee wellness-focused organization that wants to be affiliated with Blessing Foundation. So what they're doing is they're referring their clients to me, clients that they have. So this is where the money is coming in then.
It's a yes for me, and you know why? I like the fact that you're knowledgeable about your field. Your background says it all. Your story is convincing. The advice that I have for you is that you need to start blogging if you haven't started blogging. Services are exportable. You need to put yourself out there, you know, because you need to establish yourself as a subject matter expert, position yourself, you know, in the minds of the readers on social media that, you know, this is what Blessing does, this is what she stands for, this is what, and then you can have, like, the world is now a global village, it's flat, you know, so you can sit in your home and grab all these customers from around the world. It's a definite yes for me.
Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out the case for exporting. I do get the blogging or vlogging. You know, I think video definitely will do well. And I think you're sharp, very sharp. You know, I'm a bit concerned on scalability. Yes, you can do the online thing, but building your profile is definitely critical, like Tube just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a yes.
Okay.
But I want to see you package your offering in a more commercial manner.
Right.
Yeah, I think you have great potential.
Thank you.
I want to see this book or series of books,
Yeah.
how they will be packaged, how they will be sold, and how you'll promote them.
Okay.
It's a yes from me.
Thank you very much.
My worry has always been exportability of the product. I like that you've gone the book angle because that definitely is going to have some reach and will give you a lot of footwork in terms of getting your name out there as well.
Yeah.
You didn't mention how you're trying to access interest from or buy into the diaspora market, which we then also discuss because the immigration issues are coming back to us, with all of the suicides that we're experiencing from abroad and the drug issues and adaptation to the new surroundings, the new lifestyles and all of that.
Yeah.
For me, I definitely see the need for the service, but whether you are going to be able to do it or not, the step that you've taken in the last 3 months is a yes for me. Okay, I hope you'll continue and keep on ideating around how to really get in there.
Thank you.
Big time. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me something. Are you very active on social media?
I am. I try.
Okay. When people
Since
hear
entered.
your name, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
We've got you in mind.
What's that? Is that
That's
your term?
my catchphrase.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when you post, what are you posting about a lot?
I'm posting about daily issues, things that I
What did
try
you
and
post
follow.
today?
No, today I didn't. I was too
Yesterday?
nervous to post.
Yesterday?
Nothing either.
Weekend?
I was tired.
You were tired. I wish you didn't say that.
Wow,
So let me
sorry.
tell you something. With your foundation, you can't be tired.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody who's low. And every time they see Blessing Foundation, it's either some inspiration, some positivity, because you're talking to a global community.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
haven't posted yesterday and your excuses, I'm tired, you're doing it for you. You're not looking at the bigger picture. If I'm to go through your social media,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't see the heart for people's needs like you say you have. You spoke very well about understanding African issues, but if I go through your social media personally, I won't see that. And that's what people are going to do once they get to know about Blessing Foundation.
Yeah.
The content, the videos. So my no is to motivate you
Yeah.
to, I don't care if you're tired, if you just came off an airplane,
push, yeah.
if you're going through issues. So I hope that, equips you to
Definitely.
become a better version.
Definitely.
And hopefully next time we see you, you'll be posting.
Thank you very
Let me
much.
help you, Blessing.
Yes, sir.
Have an identity, the same shirt every day, okay?
Yeah.
Shoot all your content for the week on one day.
I was going to say schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just schedule it. You don't have to feel a certain way. Just wear the same thing, and people don't know that, oh, but she wore this yesterday or
Yeah.
whatever. Let that be your identity. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's 3 yeses from us. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
Thank
Well
you
done.
very much.
Next is Richard Zengeni. In his first speech,
My product was tried by ShopRite and Checkers in South Africa, and they also want to try out my product in their shops, but currently I was limited with my capacity.
Why are you not producing?
It's because I've been undergoing renovations.
I want to clarify something. So is your problem a working capital problem or a machinery capacity problem?
It's a working capital problem.
What's your machinery capacity?
It's 20,000 units per day.
20,000. And in a month, how many boxes do you produce?
That is 6, 12, 18, 24,000 boxes. That's the maximum capacity of the machinery.
Currently, how much are you doing?
Currently, in a month, I'm only doing 1,000 boxes.
Instead of 24,000?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a working capital problem.
Yeah.
Can we see the product?
Yeah.
We'll share.
Is this a registered company?
Yes.
Okay. How much shareholding have you got? Yourself as Richard.
Myself as Richard, I own 100%.
So you raised all the capital to buy the machinery from the business?
Not really. I also got support from a brother. Yeah, he believed in my vision and he also wanted to support me. And I told him what I had and he was willing to jump in and assist me.
Okay, let's talk about your banana chips. What are your numbers looking at right now, as of now? How much are you selling per month?
As of now, I was not selling. I was not selling because I was setting up. Yeah.
When was the last time you sold?
The last time I sold was 2 months ago. After I finished setting up kwa Wonde, I had packaging which was adequate enough to make 500 boxes. And 500 boxes is Zozo. I cleared it in a week. Yeah.
Where,
only in Wonde Valley.
In Wonde?
Yeah.
So that's where your market is?
No, Harare became my biggest market in 2021 year.
So Richard, what makes you think that after 2 months when you go back, there will still be a demand for your product?
So what I observed in 2021 when I was doing full throttle production and selling, I started penetrating into hotels. In fact, hotels called me for the product. Reason why? One, it's cheaper. It's a cheaper alternative as compared to potatoes. Because I'm selling that at 25 cents, but my spuds, same grammage, actually going for something like 45 cents. So the difference is too big for the same product.
Are you profitable at 25 cents? How much is the packaging? How much is the raw material that goes into this?
To come up to this, I'm using 9 cents.
9 cents?
Yeah.
For the bananas that are inside there in the packaging and everything?
For everything, labor, rentals, which I was paying in Tare, everything, it's 9 cents.
I don't believe that labor and your overhead expenses can fit into the 9 cents. How does that work? Break it down.
Okay. That machinery you saw in the video makes 1,000 boxes in a day.
Right.
That's 20,000 units in a day, if it's fully utilized. For me to achieve that, I need 20 employees. For me to achieve that, I need 20 employees. Each employee is getting $80. That's what I was paying people. Basically. So I don't know how you're going to run the math. So now what we're saying is that we're saying per packet, I'm using 9 cents to produce one packet. Less.
What's your revenue per day? Daily revenue?
My daily revenue per day is $5,000.
Per day?
Yeah, that's my.
If he produces
net
to
income.
capacity.
If I produce to full capacity.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the ideal. Do you have 20 employees right now?
Right now, no.
How many do you have?
Right now, I only have 7 employees.
You know what, Richard? There's something wrong with your figures. I'm looking at the 20,000 units that you're saying you produce, times the 16 cents profit that you're saying you make. Because if you're looking at your 25 cents, which is your selling price, minus the 9 cents, which you're saying is your cost price, 16 cents times 20,000, something is not. So are you making $360, $320? You said you make 20,000 a day.
Yes.
And you are saying your revenue is 5,000 per day.
I'm saying.
How does that work?
I make 1,000 boxes. I don't know if you have a calculator. 1,000 boxes times $5. So $5,000 to make 20,000 units, times 9 cents. Then we get an answer. Then we less it from
5,000, which is
5,000.
3,200. That's before overheads. Your overheads you mentioned is 1,600 on salaries. For me, it's a yes. There's definitely potential that's needed for export. He's got traction in the market. I haven't stopped chewing his product ever since you opened it and left it on the side table here. So it's
You know that's
definitely
your
a good.
packet, right?
I know I'm going to have to surrender my packet. So he's definitely got a winner here, and I can understand why he's just been selling like crazy within his area. And I think it's just a question of getting product to market, which is what he's been working on right now, given the circumstances that have seen him have to move back to Honde Valley and lose everything. So I've got no doubt that this is a success story in front of us. Definitely yes for me.
So for me, I'm not questioning the scalability. The scalability is quite evident. And I like the fact that you have a paying customer. It's a yes for me.
For me, one thing I'm not happy with, which I'd love to see, is your new packaging. Your branding has so many different types of letters. You'll find when you look at the bigger companies, use one font on your packaging. Arial, Romans, Times.
It's easy on the
so
eyes.
there's so many different fonts on your packaging. So find one font, which is a modern font, that you use throughout your whole packaging, so that it makes it, more appealing than to have 5, 6 different fonts.
All right. I'm going to give you my answer. I think your product is good. Packaging needs some adjustment, but it's a yes from me.
Yeah, so 4 yeses. I would love to see a proudly Zimbabwean on your packaging, on your new packaging, just so that at least it's something from Zim that we can proudly identify that we've got our own chips, because I'm sure this will just be that once, you
Sorry,
get the
just
packaging.
an afterthought. How do you protect from people going to copycat you?
Actually, my processing is not a very easy process.
But easy is subjective.
Yeah, but
What you think is easy can be hard for me, but what you think is hard can be easy for someone else.
yeah, I've tried to patent it, but they say you can't really patent food. Yeah.
So what are the barriers to entry for something like this? Because if I had $50,000 today, I could get into this business. Because you said your machinery is now worth what, 35,000?
45.
45.
Lending. Yeah.
Plus 10,000 for the packaging that you just got, plus bananas for free in Honde Valley in your backyard. You don't have to tell me what the secret is, but what I want to know is there a secret?
Yeah, there's a secret.
You don't have a background in food science?
No.
So who's doing your R&D?
I employed a food scientist.
Oh,
All right, brilliant.
That works.
You always have to capacitate yourself. Where you don't know, get somebody else and pay them. It's, yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Sure.
Yeah.
Last to face the judges tonight is Musindazwe Ndlovu.
My name is Musindazwe Ndlovu. I am the CEO of The Noble Savage, right? Which is a construction company that makes innovative building materials by utilizing waste to product. So we, as The Noble Savage, recycle waste plastic and glass to manufacture eco-friendly building materials which are lighter, stronger, durable, and affordable. We make roof tiles, we make pavers, we also make kitchen countertops, and we also do resale of the waste. So our business is unique in the sense that we do not have daily customers as a business. We work on a turnover of about 6 clients per month. Our day-to-day is we do our collections every day of plastic and also of glass. Then we process our plastic through where we bale it into bales. This is where we extract the plastic that we use for production, and this is also where we get our glass that we use for our production. Clients are unique in the sense we go out to look for them, and we can engage a client today. It doesn't mean that they're going to buy today. They might buy in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And we always look for our clients. So we look for someone who started building, and we start talking to them. And as they do their building process, by the time they get to the roof, then they can come to be our clients. And the process is, when they are now ready, they give us their plans, we code them, and we start producing for them. And we produce on order. It's the same thing with the kitchen countertops. We are not direct exporters, but our goal and our vision as a company is we want to now start directly exporting ourselves as a business. And then number 2, we also want to now start mass producing our tops and also our roof tiles for mass production, because we've started the mechanizing process of it to mass produce, and we distribute. We now have a distribution channel. So since entering the Eagle's Nest incubation program, one of the greatest benefits that we've been able to get as a business, and also me individually, was number 1, we've seen the potential that the business possesses in us being able to export, and they're incubating us and training us towards that. Number 2, with the privilege of becoming a panelist for the Zimbabwe Exporters Awards, where we spoke from the point of view of SMEs, and we spoke of what we've done as a business and the challenges that we're facing and the opportunities that stand. After being selected into the Eagle's Nest, one of the greatest things was the incubation that we have received as a business in export capacitation. And we've actually sat down and we've seen the potential that the business actually has for us to be able to export, and the channels that we're able to tap in to export. The border was like a lion's cave for us. But Zimtrade has actually shown us that no, it's not a lion's cave. It's a place that's open for everyone, that the market's out there to grow your business. We were able to also network. And when we attended the B2B business conference, we've also got interest from Zambia as in Mozambique. And these are opportunities that we've been able to get. Our expectations right now is the continued growth in export capacitation, because we want to be a business that is an exporter, so as to grow the GDP of the country, and we can also increase our export revenue as a country for Vision 2030. That is our desire, to play our part, a small part, as the Noble Savage in that.
Thank you, Msindazo. Very interesting presentation. Could we see some samples?
We were told that we don't need to bring any samples. That's why we did not bring any.
I like the plastic part, and the fact that you are into waste management. But I want to get into the figures. Are you profitable? Like looking at Vlawayo, right, where we come from, there's other players that are manufacturing tiles. When you compare apples to apples, you and them, do you think dollar for dollar you are doing okay?
Dollar for dollar, yes, we are doing okay. So I would give our biggest competitor, where you've got Zimtile, Ternal, Udine, and Cypher, right? These, they make concrete roof tiles. They are selling them at about 70 to 80 cents per tile. But their tiles, you need 12 per square meter, meaning that per square meter, it's about $8.90 per square meter. For our tiles, you need 5.5 per square meter, which is $7.40. And we sell them at $1.40, but it costs us 80 cents to make the tile. So we have basically a 70% profit margin on it, on each tile.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. And then I have another question, Sindazo, to say, right, this idea looks like a novel idea. I don't know if anybody else is doing it. I'm a bit concerned, because what if the guys with the cash get into your space and they want to just, take over? What measures have you put in place?
Okay, so what we've done, right? We've done our plastic tile, but we've gone a step further and we've prototyped a solar roof tile that we are now also pushing, which is comparable to the Tesla tile and the Chinese Sanifeng tile, which are made from glass, but ours has a base of waste plastic. So we are constantly innovating.
So, Msendazo, she's asked some very pertinent questions, and I wouldn't really wait or bank on the patent, because those are rarely given. You know, yours can be determined as an industrial design, just a variation within the industry. What will you do then? What's your strategy? Because I'm seeing that this is a volumes game. And as much as you might come cheaper than your competitor, they're pushing much bigger volumes than you. What's your strategy within that regard?
Okay, so it's very true what you're saying, that it's a volumes game. So what we've done as a company, basically our company is divided into three, right? You've got procurement, production, and the administration side. We have perfected our waste collection, right? Right now in the city of Bulawayo, we've become part of the top 4 PET recyclers in the city of Bulawayo. But the difference between us and these other three, the other three only focus on a specific type of plastic. We take about 6 different types of plastics. And we are already pulling in the volumes. We are raising capital from the waste side. We are mechanizing our production. We've also gone in and we've got a letter of intent from a company called Mercado Group and Triple H Holdings and Bulawayo Housing. It's a long acronym name. And they've given us letters of intent, and they've also taken up also part of our products, that when we hit enough volumes, they are also willing to take that.
But what's your production capacity to meet all these letters of intent, all this demand?
A regular house, we're able to roof 1 house a month.
1 house per month?
Yes, that's what we're able to roof. But we are trying to mechanize our manufacturing process so that we are able to roof at least 10 to 20 houses month on month.
The business has got a lot of potential, but it is a capital intensive one. And he's probably not going to get away without maybe getting into some kind of a deal with the money guys that you guys mentioned before. So he's got to look at that aspect, and he needs to basically get himself IP'd, some kind of a protection if he's going to now approach these guys for funding. That's the only way he's going to be able to get to the levels of production that he needs. Otherwise, I think this is gold. Even on his pavers, with our potholed roads and stuff, with the pavers having a 400-year durability, I think that's the way to go. But he just now needs to hit mass production through mechanization.
You know, where did you get this, that your pavers last for how many years, you said? You said it lasts for how long?
30 to 50 years without any
30, where did you get that from?
Right, so the Cement and Concrete Institute has done certain tests that have somewhat, they gave us estimated a lifespan with the test that they carried out on impact and perforation. But they don't do thermal tests, which have to be done with SARS. And SARS has given us a quotation of 2,500 for us to do that test.
And you haven't done it yet?
No, not yet.
So I'm saying the most dangerous thing to me, let's say I'm a potential investor, then you tell me, no, this thing will last 20, 30 years, but you haven't actually gone and tested it, I won't really buy into what you're saying. And you're saying, how many houses have you done to date?
We've done about 3 houses today.
Yeah, so imagine those houses, 2 years down the line, rainy season comes, then what's happening with your things? But you gave me your word to say that this would last for 20, 30 years.
What we've done on that, sir, as we've taken to cement and concrete for testing for 2 particular, which is perforage, which is for the rain, and impact, which is if you had to walk or step on them or something hits. And they actually did 3 times better than your concrete tiles. That's the test that we've got the certification for. And then the one for SARS, which is a thermal test, is the one that we've not yet done. Yes. So we are getting this estimation based off these 2 tests that we've done.
Yes, Sindazo, I have advice for you, right? You are onto something. You are onto something big. My advice for you is you need to move with speed to make your organization funding ready, because you are an innovator, no doubt about that. And if you make enough noise on the international market, like for finance, like look for developmental partners, because I feel your idea is one that really needs to be guarded jealously, especially from the cartels, from the existing corporates and the cartels, And the only way, or one of the quickest way to do that is to secure a lot of finance and a lot of funding, which is patient capital, and also not a loan, but developmental type of finance, funders that will actually fund your idea, because I believe it's an idea whose time has come. Well done on that.
Thank you.
I think like what she said, you're sitting on a huge gold mine, but I don't think you can capacitate it with your own finances. I think there's great potential, but potential is nothing unless it's worked upon. And if you don't do what you were told to quickly get some funding, this will see you 3-4 years down the line, somebody else is doing the exact thing that you wanted to do, who's got some strong financial backing.
I wasn't sure if I should post, but the last time we were here, we were told to approach IDBZ, and IDBZ came to our premises. They saw what we did, and they have said that they are creating a fund to finance it, because they want to use that to go towards the green fund. So it's in the process right now with that. And we then also have partnered up with a company called Lloyd's Capital. So what we did with them, their pool was a bit small. So we said we want to prove ourselves to you guys as a company. So they are bringing in about 30,000 first injection into the business, but they were more interested towards the waste side, saying that if we run that and we recoup our money, we'll then put more money towards the tile side. So these are the things that we've been
I hear you. For me, my no is not to, it's actually to make you become more hungrier. Because if I personally say yes to it, I don't think it's going to do justice with what you've told me. If your Zimtrade is giving you opportunities to go out and see people, try and talk to and link up with people who can really capitalize your vision so that it will grow quicker. Instead of doing one, you should be doing all the clusters, all the things that are being done now. And yours are fireproof, they're this, they're certified, they've got documents. You'll be the most preferred thing. Because I think roof tiles are outdated. Chroma deck is hitting in, but yours would be the next thing, which will make much. So for me, it's a no.
Okay, thank you.
Branding is important.
Yes.
Okay? You said nothing about your brand. This is the product that you're going to be pushing, right? I haven't seen the product, right? It's critical, Mr. Ndlovu, to put your best foot forward at all times. When someone says, don't worry, don't wear a suit to this event, carry a suit. Why? Because you represent yourself. You represent the brand. But you didn't bring that here. George is skeptical, right? I'm on the fence. Are you voting?
It's definitely a yes from me.
Tube.
You know what, Msindazo, I am super persuaded. You've got a good, unique selling point, perfect value proposition. It's a definite yes for me. But you need to run and do those things that I told you about. Put all the systems around, be funding ready, be bankable, and you're good to go. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you a very cautious yes. Right? These are just cosmetic issues that we're discussing. So I'm going to give you a very cosmetic yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah?
Because I know this. He's the next big thing. This guy. If it does.
You saw the product, and I think even.
But guys, I think
you know what? Like even Emma.
He tested it.
Potential is great.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Potential is great. But if potential is not acted upon, and he's gone to one person, two people, and nothing has come out.
And this is why he's here. And we're the Eagles. And we're going to incubate him and make sure that he explodes. Because he's going to explode, no doubt about that.
Wow.
I insist.
Wow. Okay.
I think another story that he didn't tell you.
No, you see, this is the problem. Mr. Ndlovu,
people are
this is the
selling
problem
you
you're
better than
creating?
you can't sell yourself. So imagine if you go to a pitch to people want to give you money. Make sure you take these ladies with you. Don't go alone because you can't.
Clearly,
You should take you
Mr.
guys with
Ndlovu.
you. Mr. Ndlovu, make sure you take these ladies with you on your pitches.
Thank you very much. You may go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tonight, all 4 entrepreneurs, Nezox Brands, Blessing Foundation, Zingers Private Limited, and the Noble Savage have made it to the final round. They now stand a chance to be awarded an export development package. In the next episode, Grand Season Finale will be hosted by Zimtrade and EcoBank, where they will unveil the winners of this season. Don't miss the Eagle's Nest Youth Export Incubator Season 2 finale.